time we share, with a dash of this and a pinch of that, mixed all up with care. The best company and conversation, recipes and new creations. We're cooking up something good here at home. We are cooking up something good here at home.
We're really glad you're here today, because I'll tell you, of all the treats that we've had of special guests, today is going to be one of my favorite visits. There's a place, it's a wonderful restaurant. I remember it was a pizza shop years ago, but there's a wonderful restaurant in the Pittsburgh area. It's called Woody's Little Italy Restaurant and Catering. And it's in what we call Little Boston, right outside of McKeesport. And it has been a favorite place of Paul's and mine for so long. And we finally persuaded Mr. Antonelli to let one of his sons come, who is one of the head chefs there, and share some really, really good recipes. I'll tell you, you have got to call somebody on the phone right now, get everybody in the household around. You're not going to want to miss this today, because it's good. But first, before we get started with that, I have to read you this letter because I thought this was great. This girl writes to me and she says, "Dear Arlene, I just saw your program and the recipes look so good. I just had you write in for them. Also, I want to tell you how much I admire you and the guests that you've had on your program. I'm 31 years old and I'm single." Okay, all the single guys out there, I'm taking phone numbers if anybody's interested. No, really. "And when I hear of how well you all care for your families and guests that you have in your homes, I feel overwhelmed with the thought that one day I'll be doing these things myself. Frankly, I don't really cook for myself now, as it is difficult to keep foods fresh at the rate that I use them. I would have to shop a few days a week just to keep fresh produce. Well, anyway, thank you for your program. It makes me hopeful for a family life one day, where right now there's just me. God bless you and everyone there at home." I have to tell you, Diana, you're worth it if you have to shop for a couple of times a week for good fresh produce and good fresh vegetables. You're worth it because you're special. And I'm glad that you're learning to make all these special recipes, because one day you will need them to try it on your family and your friends. Thank you for such a nice letter. And keep taking notes, because someday you're going to need them, and probably sooner than you think. Okay, we're about to get ready. Folks, we're talking shrimp, we're talking veal, we're talking linguine, we're talking a whole meal, and we'll be back in just a minute, right after this, to get everything started. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Here's today's at-home hint. Perk up soggy lettuce by adding lemon juice to a bowl of cold water and soaking it for an hour in the refrigerator. Well, Greg Antonelli, I'm so glad you're here with me today.
You,
yes. Welcome to my kitchen. Now, I have to tell you that Greg is, where did you go to school?
Well, I trained with my grandfather. He was an officer chef from in the Army in Italy.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then your dad, I know, liked to cook, because I remember the pizza shops, and you still make great, fantastic pizza.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It is. Everything I have at your restaurant is just great. It really is.
That's
and
good.
You know what I like about it? It's family. It's your dad comes in, your brothers are there. It's just a big family feeling, and that's nice.
Yeah, my one brother's a chef in the restaurant, and then I take care of all the catering.
Oh, boy. So you have your hands full. Okay, what are you going to make for us today?
Today we're going to make an Italian salad.
Okay.
We're going to have shrimp primavera over linguine. I figured that would be nice, because primavera does mean spring.
Spring, right, okay.
With vegetables. And we're going to have veal piccata.
Veal piccata.
And then we'll have, for desserts, fresh strawberries with Salem sauce.
Oh, my.
Strawberries are real abundant now, and they're cheap.
This is the time, right. This is the time to do it. Okay, what should we start with first?
Okay,
what do you
we
think?
can start with the salad here.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, if you want to help me, you can tear this.
Now, I have to tell you, when I go, and my husband and I go to your restaurant, sometimes he gets nothing but salads, and he'll order 2. And they put it on a platter like this. He would rather eat that sometimes than anything else, because he's really hungry for salad, and your dressing is unbelievable.
That's good.
So it's good for, okay, I'm going to just
Yeah, go ahead.
just
I want to get
up.
butter into these skillets over here.
Okay. Now, he has come totally prepared like a chef prepares, nothing like I prepare stuff, but Greg's come today. He's got everything in containers, totally marked, and so he can keep himself organized. You know, I felt like we needed to have somebody that really knows how to cook, just occasionally, because the rest of us, we're all learning, and it's a learning process. I guess you're still learning too, aren't you, Greg?
Yeah, every day.
Every day, that's right. What kind of hours do you keep? How long do you work?
A lot of times from when I get up till when I go to
Go to
bed.
bed.
It all depends what season. Like right now is a catering season. We're doing a lot of weddings and banquets and communions. So
it's really busy,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, I guess. Well, I know that one of the guys here at the station, when he got married, I kept telling him, I said, Dale, that's one of the nicest wedding receptions I've ever been to. And here I find out that you folks catered it. And it was truly, you felt like the guests were really pampered because you thought of everything.
Yeah.
It was great. What kind of catering business do you have? Do you cater like large crowds, small crowds?
Yeah, I've done a party for 2 people.
Really?
Yeah, on Valentine's Day, and I've done a party for 5,000 for an iron workers party.
5,000?
people, yeah.
How long did it take you to serve them?
We had 12 food lines coming through, so.
Well, I can't even imagine that. Because to me, I'd be thinking, my goodness, how much food do I have to have for that many people? We were at a banquet one time, and there was like 2,000 people there, and it was a breakfast thing. And all I could think of was, how do they cook 4,000 links of sausage? You know, that's what I was worried about. Okay. Well,
Very fast. You cook them very fast.
Very fast and very thoroughly, huh? Okay, you got your butter going over there?
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put the linguine on.
Okay. And that's just plain old linguine. You haven't done anything special,
that's
right?
1 pound of linguine.
Okay.
And I could start making the dressing here for the salad.
Am I in the way?
No, not at all.
Okay. How long has your dad been in the restaurant business, really?
All his life.
All his
Yeah,
life?
all his life.
And
Yeah,
your
my
grandfather?
started it.
Before that? Does your mom take an active part?
Yeah,
Does she?
She's there on the weekends and.
So everybody's got a little bit of. Now I know that when it's my dad's birthday, I always get you to do him.
Excuse me, one more second.
That's all right. The Red Devil's food cake. So it's not just totally Italian cuisine. You have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, everything.
It's good. Okay, tell me what you're doing here.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put 3/4 cup of olive oil.
Okay. Now that will be for this pan this much? Okay. This is romaine lettuce, isn't it?
Yeah, it's romaine and
bib.
bib.
Yeah,
2 heads
Boston
of bib.
Yeah. You see the difference here. See how curly? It almost looks like the little inner parts of the cabbage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's tender, real tender.
And then you have, I probably have torn up all of the big leaves of the romaine, but this, I understand, has even more food value
Yeah,
than
nutrition.
than the
iceberg.
others. So it's good to, and you know, if your family doesn't like it, sneak it in on them. Just do a little bit with the regular iceberg lettuce, and they'll get used to it. They'll get to enjoy it. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get this started, Arlene. This is, we're going to put about a tablespoon of shallots in here.
Okay, shallots are little onions. Okay. Boy, it smells wonderful. Anytime you
Then
put
we're gonna add
butter
our
and
shrimp.
onions together, and those are some huge shrimp, I want you to know. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'm here to assist you. I've never been a chef's assistant, but I can learn quickly.
All right, what we're going to do is press 2 cloves of garlic into the dressing.
Okay, now tell us again what you have in there. 3/4 cup of good olive oil. It's worth the investment to get good oil,
yeah,
isn't it?
definitely.
Because the flavor.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
what
all
else?
we use. We use all olive oil.
So I use at home too, and it's good for you.
There's a 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar
Red wine, okay.
and 2 garlic cloves pressed.
Aren't those things wonderful? Save all that on your hands too. All right.
Okay.
See, this is what about a chef that absolutely wipes me out. How they can concentrate on doing 3 things at one time. He's got the salad going, he's got the shrimp going, he's got another pan going with something else.
Okay, now we
What you need?
had Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire
right
sauce,
over
there
here.
we go.
We're gonna add a
Okay.
dash of that. Do you have a whip?
Yeah, it's right over there.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's not over there. Maybe it's over here. Do we have it, Linda? Okay.
We're gonna add about half a teaspoon of salt
Okay.
and a pinch of
teaspoon.
pepper.
Fresh grated pepper?
Fresh grated pepper, yeah.
It's right here.
Grated before I came.
There we go.
Okay. Now what
All
we'll
right.
do is to the salad we're gonna add 1 cucumber.
And look how he did the cucumbers. He just striped them, like, just took a little piece out, right? A little piece of the, okay.
1 red bell pepper.
Love those.
2 tomatoes.
2 tomatoes.
Fresh purple onions.
Purple onion. You want me to separate those in
go ahead.
rings? Okay. I'll do that. This is nice, too, because if some people don't like onion in your house, at least they're in rings and they can just pull them out. So it doesn't really flavor it clear down through. Boy, look at the color. Is that great or what?
It's nice and
Wonderful
for spring.
color. I feel like you should wear this on my head like a big flower pot or something because it's so pretty. Would be unusual. Okay. And you've just whipped that up a little bit to incorporate. Look, there it goes with the shrimp. They're cooking through. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
I'm going to add our dressing. Get all that garlic in there.
That's what makes it. Now, you have to make this by huge amounts at the restaurant, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, do the girls put that on separately, or do they have to mix it?
No, we cut everything, and then we take it all separated, and right before they're going to eat dinner, we
Put it together.
toss it.
Look at that.
Okay, that's ready.
That's ready for sure.
Okay, what we'll do
This
is
is
we'll
gonna
turn
be
up our heat here.
An entire meal that we're going to present at the end. So we're just going to leave the salad on the side right now. Would you ever put this in the refrigerator to hold it at this point, or would it not?
Not with the dressing.
Not good. Okay.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 cups of broccoli that's been blanched.
To the shrimp.
To the shrimp.
Okay.
And we're going to add 2 cups of yellow squash.
Now, has that been blanched
That's
also?
been blanched also.
Now, I've never heard of that. This sounds good. The color again. Boy, you're really into color, aren't you?
Yeah, presentation is...
The big part of it, isn't it? Do you have artistic tendencies? Are you?
A little bit.
Yeah, I can tell by the way you're putting the colors together. What else?
Okay, now what we're going to do is...
You're never going to flip that, are you? I'm not in that skillet, I don't think.
Like we have our linguine, and I'm going to start our veal too.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I need a spoon or
Just
some
a
kind of spatula.
spoon or a spatula?
Just anything to turn this shrimp.
There's some over there too. Help
Okay.
yourself.
All right, now our linguine is done, so we'll put this
Okay.
over by the sink
All right.
and just hold it.
What do you mean when you're saying blanched?
What you do is you boil water, and I add a little baking soda to it too.
What does
'cause
that do
that
to it?
brings out the color.
The color.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you bring your vegetables to a boil,
Okay.
and then you put them in an ice bath.
To stop the cooking
stop the cooking,
process,
exactly.
right? Okay. And that's called blanching. You plunge into cold water, and then it's just not, it doesn't get mushy then, does
No,
it?
not at all.
Look how green that broccoli is. Beautiful. Okay. So we got that going. Now we're going to start the veal.
Okay, let's see. What I have here is I have some seasoned flour, and we're going to dredge the veal slices through the flour.
Okay, now what kind of veal, if I wanted to buy this, what kind of veal do I ask for?
Okay, this is a veal cutlet.
A veal cutlet. And it looks like it's been, is it tenderized? So you
Yeah,
break
it's
the
pounded.
fibers,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because there's nothing worse than getting a piece that feels like it's stringy. Where if you do that, it doesn't happen. Now, what's in the seasoning for the veal?
There's granulated garlic and cracked pepper.
Boy, does that smell good. You want it to go down a little
Yeah,
bit? There
just
you
a
go. Cooking too fast. Veal cooks very quickly, though,
Yes,
doesn't
it does.
And the veal comes from the
Calf.
small
Yeah, small
calf.
calves.
Yeah. I guess that's what a little cow is, right? Small calf. Okay.
You have a fork?
Hey, we've got anything and everything. We just don't have it out there where you can reach it, I guess. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. How long does it take veal to cook?
Just a few minutes on each side, really.
Really? And that butter smell, oh, there's nothing better. Look how brown that is already. Now, do you let the butter get brown?
A little bit, because we're going to make a piccata sauce.
And so the drippings is what really
Yeah,
makes the sauce.
Yeah, we're going to glaze it with a cooking wine.
Okay. Looks wonderful. Now, is this something that, I can't remember if this is on the menu.
No,
I didn't think
what
it
I do
was.
is I make it sometimes for a special.
Special, okay. Now, would that veal cutlet be the same thing if you wanted to do veal parmesan? Same type of meat,
Same type of
okay.
meat.
Okay.
Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to add 2 cups of cream.
Cream. Like not whipping cream, just table cream.
Just light cream. Like
Light
just
cream. Okay, we're doing good here. Got 10 whole minutes, and you really, I mean, this is just moving right along here. Right?
Okay, now what we're going to do is bring that to a
boil,
simmer, yeah. And then we're going to take it off the heat and add our cheese. Cheese and nutmeg, pinch of nutmeg. So if you want, you can get a bowl and strain the linguine.
Strain these? Okay, sure. Be glad to. You want a big bowl for this so that you can toss it all together?
Yeah,
okay.
that would be good.
Good.
We'll
All right. I noticed that you've been cutting roses and, excuse me here, cutting a lot of garnish things. Beautiful. Can't wait to see how you do that. There's nothing that is nicer than to have something beautiful to garnish a good meal with. You know, I mean, it's nice to put things out, but it's even nicer if you can garnish it with something pretty, because again, it helps with the colors. Now, what else are you going to add to the veal?
Okay, now what we'll do is we'll get a platter, and we'll take the veal out, and we'll tin it with foil.
Now,
keep it warm while we make the sauce. Yeah, just almost about...
Because veal cooks quicker than regular beef.
It does.
Huh? Okay. Okay, that's coming up.
We'll turn it one more time.
Yeah. Who cooks in your house at home?
Oh, I do.
You do all the cooking?
Yeah.
Okay.
My wife cooks. She makes good stuffed cabbages.
Does she?
Yeah.
Now, is she Italian?
No, she's Romanian.
Okay. What, like, do you and your brothers, your dad, you get together to develop new?
Yeah. Me and my brothers work on a lot of stuff. We'll get ideas from books or other restaurants, and then we'll go into the kitchen and just...
And you keep working with it until you come up with something that you think is good. Okay.
Okay, Arlene, what we're going to do is take our cooking wine now and deglaze the pan.
Okay. Of course, now, did you say put a tint over this?
Yeah.
What exactly do you mean by a tint? Like a piece
Actually,
of...
just
wrap it? Oh, okay.
Just keep it warm.
Okay, good. You know, I really appreciate all the preparation, because I know to prepare this much of a meal, it takes a lot of time. And I know how busy you are with the restaurant. We appreciate you doing this today.
No problem.
Because, see, I feel like this is the way...
I watch your show and it looks fun.
Do you?
So,
oh,
yeah.
Well, I hope you're having fun. We are. I think you never stop learning.
You don't.
You know, people think, oh, if he's a chef, that he knows everything. But you really don't.
No, you don't. Not at all.
Because you keep learning. It's a new process. And there's always new stuff that keeps coming out. Have you gotten into the real fancy, you know, the 3 peas on a plate and the one little bean pot? No way. I was going to say, not the portions that you get at the restaurant. There's no way.
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some lemon juice to this.
Lemon juice, okay.
And we're going to reduce this.
Okay. Now, when you reduce it, what does that do? Bring out the juices?
Yeah, it just brings out the juices and gives it a stronger flavor.
Okay. And the...
This is done.
Okay. It's cooking, that's for sure.
Okay, now what we want to do is make sure this isn't hot, first of all.
Okay.
There we go.
That's going to go over here.
We're just going to dump this right over top.
Look at that. Oh.
And we're going to add our cheese.
Smells. Now, what kind of cheese is this?
This is grated Parmesan, fresh grated.
Parmesan, fresh grated. You can't substitute anything for that, can you?
No, not at all.
My goodness, does that look good? And the smell, I wish you could smell this, because the shrimp smell so good, and that the broccoli and the squash, now the cheese. Oh.
Okay, do you have 2 forks? And we'll...
Can we use some of those wooden, would that be good, or do you want regular forks?
No, this is fine.
Is that good? Just mix it all up,
Just mix it all up and melt the cheese.
Everybody has to be drooling, because the smell is incredible in this place.
A pinch of nutmeg.
Now, what's nutmeg do?
It just...
Enhances?
Yeah, it gives a little zest.
It has a different
a little bit of salt.
Smell to it. Okay, my favorite, lots of pepper. Nothing like fresh ground pepper, is there?
Okay, you can put a lid on that.
Put a lid on this, keeping it hot.
That, yeah.
Okay. Notice what my job is, keeping a lid on things today. Okay. But that is the best way to keep this until it's time for serving. Boy, now how many do you think that something like this would serve?
Okay, I made this for 4, but actually you could...
4? 4 hearty. I told you the portions at this restaurant are incredible, because these folks like to eat.
If you go away from an Italian restaurant and you're still hungry, you didn't go to an Italian restaurant.
You're right. And believe me, they give generous portions. I like the special that you have for the Sunday dinner, too, because you... What you do there is you get the whole complete meal, and it's like $5.95, something like that, and it's always good. It could be stuffed shells, it can be roast beef. You have a nice variety. You have a complete takeout service too, don't you? And we're going to make the phone number available for people that want to call and get information about your restaurant when they're writing for the recipes. We will make that available.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, now we add chicken broth to this now.
Now, how much chicken broth?
I added a cup of chicken broth.
1 cup. Okay, now you're reducing that to make the gravy.
Yeah, we
or the
reduced
sauce?
it already. This is for the sauce.
Okay. And the drippings, and you're going to add some...
mushrooms. I got 3 cups of sliced mushrooms.
Okay, those are fresh mushrooms, right?
Yeah, yeah. We use all fresh ingredients.
That's wonderful. I can't wait for this to get done. Does that have to come to a boil before it...
Yeah, well, we can add our mushrooms. It's almost ready.
Look at those nice big mushrooms in there.
That's one thing. We use all fresh ingredients. Everyone in our family has always believed in quality and freshness.
Absolutely, because you can't...
Yeah, you can't substitute.
That's right. You absolutely cannot substitute. And when you're used to having the fresh, everything fresh, it's hard to work with canned mushrooms. They they almost feel like they're full of water and there's no taste to them. Now,
what we're going to do is, I'll tell you what we can do is get the sauce started for the...
Okay. How do we do that?
All right, now we have our brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Okay, we have about 3 minutes. Can we whip it up in 3 minutes?
Sure, no problem. Do you want to...
I can tell that you're a fast worker, believe me. Is that this? Whip? Okay.
Okay, we're going to get
and whipping cream
sugar.
too? Tell you. This is not your basic low-fat calorie
no, not at all.
dessert, but...
Okay, we're going to add an egg yolk.
Okay, an egg yolk. All right. You're doing this in the mixer, right?
Yeah, we are.
What you need?
Okay, now we're going to add vanilla extract, and we're going to add a little bit of rum extract.
Okay. So that will give flavor. All right. You just pour it in there.
And the vanilla is...
Did you bring vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is right here.
Okay. Excuse me, 1 minute. Let me just turn this off so we don't
go ahead.
burn down the kitchen, okay? Give you some room over there, too. I can tell you're used to working fast, and that's really important in a kitchen because time is of the essence there when you have so much to prepare for. Whoa, that's all right. That's just the...
Okay, that's the front there.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, we're going to put this on medium speed. Let that mix up well.
Okay. And we're still... Can I get these out of your way?
Sure.
Clean up a little bit here.
Yeah, we're finished with all those.
Now, what, you want me to open these?
No, you know what? I have some in a
container. You have some already? Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll put these back so they get good and cold, okay? Keep cold. When do you do like the wedding cakes and everything, like if you did a wedding?
A lot of them, the smaller ones we do. We have an in-house baker who makes everything.
Okay. Does it
okay, now we're going to add this
that's
whipping
just cream, right?
Yeah. Now we're going to beat this till it's stiff, and it'll be perfect to put over the...
Put over the berries. That's great. Now, you want to finish this up? We just have about a minute. Let's see what to do.
See, I had some chopped parsley. And...
We're getting to the point where we're not sure where anything is, huh? I have some
too
parsley.
many containers.
I know.
Here's some right over here on.
Okay, good.
Okay, and that's just about done.
Okay. Now, you wouldn't thicken that or anything, huh?
You can thicken it with a little flour, but
really don't have
what I do is just let it reduce down because it makes much more natural sauce.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, we're going to be back in just a minute with all of this completely finished because we want to present the whole entire meal to you, and until that cream gets nice and thick, we have a few minutes. So please stay tuned. We're going to tell you how you can get these recipes that you've seen today, and you don't want to miss out on that. So please stay with us. We'll be back right after this message. Greg, I can't tell you how wonderful it's been to have you here today.
It's been a pleasure cooking for you,
He's
Arlene.
cracking some fresh pepper. Could you please just give me some of that? I know I'm going to have to make this for my husband tonight. And just know he's going to say, did you bring me some? And I'll say no. And he'll say, well, then you have to make me some.
Nice pepper on top of there.
Beautiful pepper. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, okay, there's our salad. And here is the...
This is, shrimp primavera over
linguine. Shrimp primavera, okay. The smell is incredible in this place. I wish, as I've said before, that you could smell this. And it didn't really take that long, did it? It's just knowing how to get it all done at the same time. We appreciate that very much. Remember now, if you would like to have today's recipes, it's really important for you to ask for them by number, okay? And the number today, Linda, is number 108, okay? And don't worry if you don't get them in sequence, because there's a reason for that. You'll get them all. We haven't just presented them all. Now you're giving me some veal,
yes,
veal
nice
piccata. Look at the mushrooms and that wonderful broth. Is it a broth or a sauce?
It's actually a sauce.
It's a sauce. What more could
lemon
you want?
juice.
Beautiful. And look at the red roses he's made out of tomatoes, right? And that's the tomato skin. So when you're paring those tomatoes to get the skin off, make something beautiful like a rose. See, can't you tell when there's a chef in the kitchen? Look at that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Now tell us, where's...
Okay, now the strawberries, too. We can't forget those.
While you're doing that, tell us, where's the restaurant?
Okay, we're located at 5300 Walnut Street. It's right next to the Boston Bridge in Versaillesboro, next to McKeesport.
And that's in the Pittsburgh area for our folks that are out of the area.
And the telephone number is 412-751-3225.
Okay. And we're going to include that information if you'd like to have them for anything that you're doing. Be sure to be with us next time, because it just won't be the same without you right here at home. Thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
Fresh produce provided by Jordan Banana, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, PA. Cookware provided by Woolies. Your favorite gourmet deserves the best for less at Woolly Balcony Cookware. Groceries provided by Foodland, where the answer is always yes. Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.